What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl, Shameless, all up in 2019. Where are you at? How was your holidays? Happy New Year. I am still in Toronto. I'm in Toronto.
That's Toronto. That's Metropolis.
And looking back, I traveled a little bit, just a little bit. I went to Korea, Mexico, and I hope to do way more traveling in 2019. I did a ton of speaking and hosting, inspiring women to pursue their dreams using tech. I cannot believe speaking in public used to be my number one fear. And I'm hosting Grownish the Kickback. I also traveled to New York, and this was pretty epic. I ended up in Times Square. So this is like bucket items that wasn't even on my bucket list. I flew out to New York to collaborate with music producers. So if you guys ever need music for your videos, I definitely encourage you to get Epidemic Sound. I have a subscription. I've had a subscription for years. To be able to work on this project with them was shamelessly epic. So I'm here in New York City where it all went down when your girl started to be shameless. 2012! It's 2019 by the time you watch this. It took that long. And it took Epidemic. Thank you, Epidemic. Out here living my best shameless life. 2018 for me was the year of self. By cutting out all the fluff. I feel like we live in a time where it's amazing. There's opportunities galore, and I wish I was you. Oh, you know what? It's a double-edged sword. Because I want to say I wish I was you when I was young and having access to all this information, because when I was younger, I had such a curiosity about everything, and there was no internet. I would have to go to libraries and ask people, how do you get from point A to point B? I don't know. Please give me the answers. And I would do as much as I could to find out what those were, but I just didn't have the access. And you have access to everything at your fingertips, and that's a blessing. The curse of that is you have access to everything, and it can also be overwhelming and depressing. And it's hard to listen to your voice when you have the voices of millions of other people kind of drowning out yours. So for 2018, you might have noticed I was here less, and that was because I had to focus. And my focus was to get out of debt and fix my credit. And I can say in the new year, I've done both. I went from 500 or 600 credit score, and I check Credit Karma all the time. And now I'm back to between 750 and 800. I fluctuate between. Sometimes I go over. But I'm in that ballpark, which is, I did that. And that was because I cut out all the crap, basically. I also had a lot of time to self-reflect. And I needed silence to do that. It's really hard to listen to myself when everything is going off. After I, dug in, it's time to see what I learned and how much of what I learned is going to stick when I'm out there in the real world. All of us can be Buddha. We could be brilliant. We could be well-mannered, self-composed, got our anger management in check, but how much of that is really in check when you throw yourself into situations with people? Oh my goodness. You think you got it all together until you interact with people. And that's what I want my 2019 to be about. Seeing what stuck from what I learned. Yeah. But some lessons that I learned in 2018. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. I have been to therapy on and off. I've read books, cognitive behavioral therapy. I've read spiritual, religious, all kinds of stuff. Listened, drowned myself in positivity because I can generally be negative. I know it's shocking, but I can go to a dark place super quick, super fast. I doubt myself because I can't tell if this is negative, bad habits or my gut warning me. Sometimes it's hard to tell between the two. And sometimes time will let you know, but trust your gut. And that can be hard when people tell you, have a positive outlook. I wouldn't look at it too hard. Or, they must have a logical explanation for that. What is your gut telling you? And that's something that you can't learn. They don't teach you this in school or in books. you can break down the mind and thinking and critical thinking and cognitive behavioral therapy, blah, blah, blah. You can do all of that because those are things that you can study and break down. But you can't teach people how to listen to that visceral feeling that they have in the pit of their stomach. But that's something I learned in 2018. It took me to get out of the flames and the fire to realize, like, oh, Trick, you was just listening to your gut and you were okay. You don't have to doubt yourself. And I did. I doubted myself. What else did I learn this year? Sometimes we want to go from point A to point B, but then we go over here to C. And that's okay. I guess all our footsteps are destined already. But sometimes you can be direct and go straight to point B. And I think that requires boldness, being shameless, and being direct and being decisive. I am one of those people that can easily be like, oh, before I go there, I got to do all of this over here. Oh, before I do that, I got to do all of this over there. And it's just like, Joe Schmo over there is just like, can I? And then they get it. And I'm just like, what? I was building sandcastles over here. And you just walked up and just like butted everyone. But that's not their problem. That's my problem. So be direct, be decisive, save time. Save lots of time when you do that. 2019, things that I want to take with me in this new year. I want to get better at the art of communication, and that's going to be an ongoing thing. I'm really good at explaining and talking in areas that I'm comfortable in. There are other areas that I'm not, and I just want to get better at that. I also want to take more risks and be open to love, which means being open to all the other BS that comes with it. Which means like disappointment, failure, heartache. And I think I've done a really good job at like protecting myself, but in protecting myself, I think I've also blocked a lot of potential opportunity. And I am alive, so I want to live. And that means taking the good with the bad. Because sometimes I do my best to like prevent all these negative things from happening. And I'm like, Trick, these things sometimes need to happen to get you to where you want to go. Ha! Who wants to be hurt? Not me. Letting go of rules. Oh my goodness. I did not realize how many rules I had. Unspoken rules that I had in my life. And when I started to take a look at those, I'm like, why? And it made me realize I have all these things in place to protect me. So this is piggybacking off of the other statement, which is be open to love, which means being open to hurt and disappointment. I am a very work-oriented, goal-oriented person, but I like to have so much fun, and I feel like I haven't given myself permission to do that. Like I really need to take a vacation and do things that I want to do. I have been putting this one trip off for like coming on 4 years. I really wanted to go down to Colombia. My cousin has a surf. My friend's cousin has a surf camp out there, and I've been wanting to go there for my birthday for the past 4 years, and I haven't. So I need to like get that out of the way and just do that, because I keep putting my happiness, my fun last. Nah, we ain't doing that no more. 2019, continue to take steps, risks, and make new moves. It's easy for me to get sucked back into the rabbit hole, but I really want 2019 and my life moving forward, which is do something new, do something uncomfortable, do something potentially scary, and be open to the opportunities that might be painful and happy. That's where she's at. 2018, you was good. 2019, I'm ready for you. Let me know in the comments what you learned in 2018, what you're taking with you into 2019. Thank you. I'm so grateful to you, boos. Honestly, you're so positive. And I don't know if you realize how grateful I am to be able to be around, even though we're online, people that are positive like you. And people that come to my channel and they read the comments, the first thing that they say is, damn, your audience is so positive. And I'm like, I know. Feeling blessed. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag shameless angels. Hashtag I love you. Happy New Year. Get your life 2019.